Right, in this video I'm going to be changing this toilet roll dispenser with another toilet roll holder. Here I have the new toilet roll holder and I'm going to show you how to change this old one for a new one. Right, you can see this is a tiled wall, so I will need a drill to complete this job. Now this is the old one. As you can see, it's bent and there's a little cover here and it's faulty now. So I want to swap it. And to remove the old one, what you need to do is you'll find at the bottom here there's a little hole. Now that hole is just got enough space for you to insert a screwdriver. Right, so there you can see what I'm talking about. There's a hole at the bottom here. So I'm going to insert a screwdriver and unscrew it. If I'm lucky, it is a flat. Yes, it is. This is a flat screw. Sometimes, unfortunately, it is a hex or an Allen key type screw. You can see I can take the old fitting off. There it is. And you can see what that screw was doing. That screw was wedging onto the platform there, the bottom there, holding this in place. So now I'll have to swap this for a different fitting. Now, unfortunately, you can see these holes do not line up exactly. I may be able to reuse the one, but the other one I'll have to re-drill. All right, I'm going to unscrew this now. I'm just having a look here. Will this fit over these two holes? This hole falls a little bit outside of this this new one, so you will see a bit of that. So when you do buy your toilet fittings, try and open it first to see, look, is this going to fit or not? You can see this is quite a big gap between them, while this is a narrower gap. What I could do is drill two holes and cover it completely. But just be careful when you're drilling very close to where there's another hole, you might run the risk of cracking the towel. Right, so this nylon plug I won't need, so I'm actually going to just pull it out. And the way you pull it out is you can either use a screw, just screw it 1 or 2 times like that, and gently wiggle it using your pliers. And if you find that it's not coming out, it's fine. What you can do is actually just push it further in. Right, now you can see that it has come out a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a side cutter and just cut away some of this nylon. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that nylon back inside there. I'm just going to tap it. There we go. Right, just testing the new fitting screw, if it will fit in that nylon plug, and it does. So as you can see, I'm just reusing that first hole there. And I'm just checking that this plug is deep enough, which it is. Right, so that's what it's going to look like. So now all we need to do is drill one more hole. Now, if you have a look here, you can see there's a little bit of that original hole showing itself there. And I'll put some acrylic just to cover that. So the next step you need to do is make sure this thing is straight. So you're going to use your spirit level. And you're going to align it like this. There we go. And now what you want to do is just take a permanent marker or something just to mark off the hole. Right, so I'm just taking a marker. And there's the hole. I'm just checking it's in the center. Yes, it is. Now it's time to unscrew it and drill that hole. Alright, so this is the plug for the new fitting. Now you can see it's pretty thin. It's a small plug. And the hole where it's got to be drilled is here. Now this is going to be tricky because as you can see there is another hole quite close. Now, fortunately, this is a thin plug, so it is going to be possible to drill here. However, you will see that some of this tile will chip away, unfortunately, because it is very close. Some of this tile is already quite, it's already got some, yeah, there's already got some movement. And this is going to be covered by the new fitting in here, so just push that away. There we go. All right, so there's the new drilling position. And I just want to show you that to match the drill bit to the plug, you can see there is my SDS bit, and SDS just means it's got that fitting. Now yours might not be, but anyway, the head must be matched to the nylon plug. But what I recommend is first do a pilot hole, a smaller one if you can. You can see this is the smallest bit I've got. just so that you can get in there without making a mess. Now this isn't really a crack, this is the top glazing layer that's actually come off there. Anyway, it's not going to be a problem. So what you need to do is you need to put the drill in the normal mode, not in hammer, because if you put it in hammer right now, you run the risk of cracking that tile. This is also a good opportunity to quickly check. I'm going to aim the drill here. And I just support it here with my hand. And you can see it's making the hole there. So I just go slowly. And I'm only gently pushing on the drill. So this is quite a time-consuming job. Okay, so there I've successfully drilled a hole quite close to the other hole, and you can see I didn't crack this tile. Yes, the paintwork has come off there, but the tile is still intact. Now, if it does crack, it's fine, because what's going to happen is, remember, your new fitting is going to cover that. So it's not the end of the world if you do crack it, but you can see I go really slowly. Now I swap bits, I put the correct size bit on. Right, now I'm going to do this very slowly. Now at this point you can put it into the hammer mode, because you want to get the drill bit through the brick, but just be gentle. And when you're pulling it out, don't just yank it out. Pull it out gently while it's turning. Yeah, if you just pull it out harshly, you might just peel all this paint away, or you might even just crack that tile. Now it's time just to see if that plug fits. Yes, and that's a perfect fit. And there you can see the new plug that I've just installed, and that hasn't even broken the tile there at all. Now at this point, what you could do is you could seal this old hole. So I've got some acrylic here, and you could also use polyfiller, or you could also use a filler, any type of filler, but I'm just using acrylic, and just put it like this, and you want to push it in there as much as possible. Now if you're more comfortable just using your finger, that's also fine. That plug is a little bit raised, so I'm just going to tap it in just a tiny bit. There we go. Alright, so there you can see the new screws and the new fitting, and I'm just going to put that over there like that. Right, so there you can see the finished product. You can do a little test, and you can see it's pretty strong. I mean, look at that. This thing is bending, but that thing is not moving. So you can put your toilet paper on, your toilet roll on, and it's ready for action. All right, if you are doing this as a brand new installation and you're not fitting it over a previously installed fitting, the only difference would be you would put this on the wall and you would mark off your holes, or maybe they were there, and then you would drill it in the same way I've just shown. Use the pilot hole first, don't be aggressive with the drill, and you won't crack a tile. Thanks for watching. Cheers.